As you know, I am Ron McCoy, aka Rob McCool, aka Retail Rob, and already in these segments you've seen the multitude of adventures that I get to participate in each and every day with a myriad assortment of interesting people. And as I walk into said place of business each and every day, I anticipate the adventures in which I will be participating. We all have to go sometime, and the same can be said for the employees at Russ Suit Up for Less. Each and every one of us leaves what we do here at work and returns to what we do in our regular lives. And I emerge from Russ Suit Up for Less, as does everyone with whom I work. But what happens with each person once he or she leaves this wonderful place? Well, among many other things, we are going to speculate on that in this edition. Here I stand before an array of luggage, which we offer at my place of business. And during the course of today's adventures, you will see someone who owns blue luggage. That is the person who will be revealed to be the owner of this pair of underwear. Some people at Russ Suit Up for Less refer to them as granny panties. Up first is Cloudy. She now works mostly as a cashier, although sometimes she tags apparel in the stockroom. Watch as she escapes for the day. Be sure to notice what color her luggage is, and then we will look at what she does for relaxation in the evening. Oh, Cloudy has orange luggage, so she doesn't own the granny panties. And to relax after a hard day at work, Cloudy likes to go home and play cashier with her own toy cash register. Up next is Maggie, works in the stockroom. She runs everything from Hummers to blue bins to apparel. She also has an affinity for tagging shoes. And there is her battalion of Mickey Mouse suitcases. And after checking all of them, we have found no evidence of the old lady underpants. And our quest continues at Russ Suit Up for Less with a relative newcomer. Her name is Lena. She is a stockroom worker. She also has another job, and when she departs each day, it's in a most unusual way. And her passengers are the models of deportment. Along she rolls with her pink suitcase, and inside, the item in question is not found. And speaking of newcomers, we have two of them who have joined the apparel team working in the stockroom. One of them is Liza. Liza is going to college. She's working at Russ Suit Up for Less for the summer. And the other is Angelina, the younger sister of our very own Evanda. Let's hope that Angelina does not start tagging apparel while seated in a chair. And because they are newcomers, neither Eliza nor Angelina could be the owners of the infamous ladies' undergarments. However, Evanda could be. Is that a blue suitcase that Evanda is pulling? No, it's black. So Evanda is definitely off the hook. Or is that off the rack? And meanwhile, in the cash office, see Ron work Ron works hard. See Ron work to differentiate between a $50 bill and a $20 bill. But notice the change sorter makes mistakes too. Notice those pennies in the nickels bag? And when Ron doesn't follow the procedure detailed in the Ross manual, Ron hears about it from his wonderful manager, Jasper Barton.
Ron McCoy, report to the office now.
I'm thinking, what did I screw up this time? I'm about to receive the feedback. Rob, the safe is under. The cash drawer is over. The deposit was not recorded in the notebook. You didn't put the 12 cents in the little envelope. What were you thinking? Or were you thinking? And it is my contention that Jasper Barton has his very own cash office at home where he spends some of his free time counting his wealth. And you know what? I would love to have a cash office in my house. We still need to check out Jasper Barton's luggage and its contents. There goes Jasper. There's his luggage. It's hard to tell. Is it blue? We'll have to check the contents. So, I see Jasper packing sneakers, shirts, jeans. It would appear that he's packing to go on vacation. Looks like maybe he's preparing for a trip to possibly Spain or France. But I definitely don't see any ladies' underpants. Alas, we have not yet tracked down the owner of those super large, unmentionable items, but we have not yet examined everyone. We need to talk to the famous Izzy, apparel tagger extraordinaire. It was rumored that Izzy was the owner of that particular piece of lingerie. However, we need to check out Izzy's suitcase. Is it blue? Hi, Izzy. Let's take a look at the color of your luggage. Hopefully it's not blue. Oh, it would seem as if it is. No, wait. You have yellow luggage. And there are no big briefs anywhere to be seen. Izzy is not the owner of the granny panties. I still think they're hers. Sorry, Avonda, but that particular undergarment does not belong to Izzy. Meanwhile, Macy is looking stressed. Could it be because of all of this apparel that needs to be run? No, that's not it. Alas, Macy's car is causing her problems yet again. This time, the check engine light has come on, as well as the check oil light, as well as the service needed soon light. As a matter of fact, all the lights have come on. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas inside Macy's car. It's gotten to the point where Macy is earning frequent flyer miles at Christian Brothers Automotive. She also knows all of the mechanics, the service technicians, by their first names, and they all know her.
Hi, Macy.
Hi, Macy. What's shaking?
Hey, Macy. How's tricks?
Good day, Macy. What's going on beneath your bonnet?
Hi, Macy. How about we do dinner tonight?
Well, it looks as if Macy has gotten some motors running at Christian Brothers, but back to the main question regarding Macy's luggage. Is it blue? Uh-oh. It looks as if maybe she does have blue luggage. If you are enjoying what you are watching in this segment, be sure to click on like, subscribe, and on the notification bell so you always know when I upload a new video. And now back to Retail Rob. Is it true? Do these belong to Macy? I have my doubts. Let's check inside her suitcase. So it is now conclusive that giant pair of women's underwear does not belong to Macy. What appeared to be a blue suitcase was actually charcoal colored. Which brings us back to the question, who is the owner of these most unusual, gigantic briefs? Well, there is an obvious choice. She no longer works at Russ Suit Up for Less. She departed on Thursday, March 20. However, she left us all something to remember her by. Yes, it is Carolou who is the owner of those big briefs. Yes, there she goes with her blue suitcase. And inside, there they are. At last, that mystery is solved. But what about Rob McCool? So once I leave Russ Suit Up for Less, of course I head to my truck, which is parked in my parking space, and I motor away for a multitude of interesting excursions. And upon getting into said vehicle, I usually head for one particular destination first. What would that be? Oftentimes, I stop at Hy-Vee on my way home from work. A guy's gotta eat. And before you know it, I'll be back at my favorite place to work, and I get to be with all these phenomenal fellow employees. Oh, and speaking of, the sign which is posted at the entrance must be working. There has been practically a non-stop stream of prospective employees marching through our building. Oh, what's this? Newcomers darkening our Russ Suit Up for Less doorstep? Who are these newcomers, and what impact will they have on the adventures that we have each and every day? To find out the answer to that question and so much more, be sure you tune in the next edition of Retail Rob.